Hello everybody, welcome back to another contrast paint video, and like I said in the last one, today we're going to be tackling the old metal Hawkman miniature for the DC Universe miniature game. He is usable in the Batman one as well, but this is the old first edition one, and it's a nice mishmash rather of strange colours because it's his classic armour. So we've got yellow boots, we've got yellow straps, we've got two shades of brown, one for the wings, one for the belt, we've got green tights, we've got red pants on the outside. It's a weird assortment of colours, and I'm interested to see how contrast paint tackles it. So we're going to have to do it in stages, build it up as always. We're going to start with snakebite leather for the wings, because I feel like that's going to create a nicer looking set of wings than wildwood, which is the other contrast brown we're going to be using, but that's going to be used on the gloves, on the shaft of the mace, and his belt. And in the same setting, we might just do warp lightning green on his tights, saving the lighter colours for afterwards because they're easier to clean up mistakes with. And his helmet looks gold to me more so than yellow, so I think we'll probably just use gold for it. And just Gilman flesh or something similar for his abs. So we're going to get started nice and quick here. Snakebite, wildwood, maybe the green, and build this up. This could be a three-parter. Let's see how we go. So here we are, our first check-in. I've also just used a pot of grey cere to touch up some of the bits that bled, got into bits where it shouldn't have. Still got drying time to do, but the wings look good. I feel that's the look I was going for. And, well, the pants, they're going to look... Oh, I dropped one of my pots. Thankfully it's closed. The pants, they look very old-fashioned colour scheme with the underpants on the outside. It's the way it looks, so it's the way we're doing it. And once this is all dried, because we have to make sure that the darker colours are fully dried before we risk doing the light ones, because otherwise there's a chance for it all to mix and be horrible. Next step is probably going to be Gilman flesh on the skin tones that are visible. Maybe a little bit of Blood Angel's red, because the insignia here is red and then the hawk is black, so we'll need to do them two separate stages. We'll probably do the red underpants on the outside as well. And then that'll probably be our next check-in point, because I feel like that's going to be fully dried before we attempt the yellow straps on his harness, the yellow boots, because that'll give the green plenty of time to dry as well. The top of the mace is just going to be silver, and his helmet, as we've already discussed, is gold, so that'll be done after the fact as well for the final, here's the finished miniature part. So anyway, going to let this dry for like half an hour, and then we're going to do the red pants and the skin tone, and then we'll go from there. So we're at another check-in now before the rare third time lapse, but I applied a bit more grace here to the hawk symbol in the centre of his straps or whatever they are. But it looks pretty good, I would say, so far. I'm actually kind of impressed with how the green turned out on his pants now that it's totally dry. So the next step, as we discussed, is a lot more of Yandin yellow, and that is going to be on his boots because they look more yellow than gold to me in the official art. And it's the same kind of yellow for the straps that go around his back on the central bit, and a tiny bit of Black Templar contrast on the symbol now that that's dried as well. Then we'll check in one last time before we do the non-contrast stuff, the helmet, the mace, the base. So, let's get on with that. So it didn't take too long to get those two bits done, so we're done with the contrast portion of the miniature now, and as we discussed, it's going to be the good old-fashioned lead belcher for the mace, the top of the mace anyway, his nth metal mace. Gehenna gold, Balthazar gold, Agraxar shade for the helmet, and then some storm vermin for the base, with Agrax over the top once it's dried. Probably also going to use some astral granite just to try and cover the old hole in the base as well. So not a time skip, but we'll just change clip here and we'll be back with the finished miniature to do the old Ghetto 360 spin TM. And so sometime later, with slightly dodgy lighting for some reason, we've got the finished Hawkman. I'm kind of happy with how this one turned out, and the moment you've all been waiting for, the Ghetto 360 spin. It's still got the wash over the helmet and the base still need to dry, but I figured it was ready as ever to show off. And whenever we get around to recording another game of the DC miniature game, I'm sure Hawkman will be in one of the teams playing. So yeah, that's how it looks. It's a nice, interesting mishmash of colours, and I think it showed off contrast pretty well. I think this might be the first metal miniature that I've painted in contrast. Yeah, I think it is. I'm casting. We've done a lot of contrast models now, on and off camera, so I think it's the first metal miniature I've painted in contrast. The grace here applied fine, and on top of that, as you can see, it seemed to apply pretty well. Why is my dog licking my knee? To distract me from finishing this video. So I don't know specifically what our next contrast video will be on, but that's this one in the books. Hope you enjoyed watching. Thank you very much for doing so. Please do check out the other videos that we're releasing every couple of days. Thank you very much for watching though, and until next time, ta-da for now.